What's up, everybody? So just a couple of days ago, I showed you my full silver stack, and I just so happened to find three more pieces that I did not have in that video, and wanted to kind of display them here. But I also want to talk about rental properties and being a landlord. I have been a landlord not because I really wanted to be a landlord or wanted to have a rental property, 'cause it's just something that I never wanted to do. I never wanted to be a landlord, but I became one anyway because I wanted to buy, a few years ago, I wanted to buy a new house, and I bought that new house, but did not, but I was quite a bit of money underwater because this was around 2012, and property values around that time were pretty lousy. That was like right at the bottom, or right when properties in my area anyway were just starting to recover. So I became a landlord because the house that we had, I did not want to do what a lot of other people were doing. That was just giving the house to the bank. So I became a landlord, but I had a property with a mortgage. So I just recently sold that property. I am no longer a landlord, and hopefully I never become one again. Now, a lot of people do get into the rental property business, and it is just not for me. It's not for me. I have a full-time job. I don't have time to keep up with maintenance and stuff like that on a house that I am not living in. So I got rid of it. But I kind of want to explain what it's like for those of you who may want to become a landlord, may want to get into the property owning business. Kind of want to explain some of the rough sides of it and some of probably the positive sides of it. I know a few people within this community is a landlord. I know Silver Slacker has said it numerous times on his channel that he owns properties, but he's probably, I'm sure his properties don't have a mortgage. Mine did because it was a house that I used to live in, and wanted to move. And like I said before, I was underwater and could not just sell it for half of its value. So I had to. My choices were either give it back to the bank or rent it out, and I decided to rent it out because I did not want to screw up my credit rating. That's right. So I started renting it out, and I started out with a property manager, and that didn't last too long because this property manager was pretty horrible, and the first set of renters that I had in this house totally destroyed it. They were not the great set of renters, and I'm sure a lot of people could probably contest to people who was in the property renting or in the landlord business can probably contest to having some renters that are not the best people and keeping up the property and kind of destroying it like they did to mine. So I had to fix up this property, and I fired my property manager and got a new set of renters. These renters I have had in there for the past 6 years, and they paid on time every single time, except almost every penny that they paid went towards the mortgage. So anything that I had to fix up came out of pocket. So if you are if you want to get into being a landlord, I would not suggest it if you had any type of mortgage on the property, unless you were getting like five or $400 to $600 extra on top of what the mortgage costs, because there's going to be a lot of things that you're going to have to fix up to, so a lot of things could be minor to major things like the roof, furnace, air conditioner, and stuff like that. But I had to fix up a lot of minor things. Thankfully, I did not have to put in a lot of money for a lot of big items, but I wanted to get rid of that property before I had to fix up those big items, and definitely before the housing market were to tank again, because that could be something that's going to be next with a lot of people out of work. The housing market could be next. Hopefully it's not. Right now in my area, the housing market, I'm going to tell you, the housing market is strong. In the area that I am in, let me tell you, once a house goes up for sale, it's like 1 or 2, maybe 3 days until it's pending sale. So houses around here are not up for sale long. Housing market's strong, and usually if there's a bidding war, and once you put the house up for sale, normally it's going for more money than what you are listing it as. So that's how the housing market is around me. And I am in a state that has had probably the strictest shutdown over this virus. A lot of the gyms and a lot of stuff like that is still not open. Restaurants inside for right now is open in the restaurants, but a lot of the especially the gyms. The gyms, right? I think the gyms right now is the only real gathering place that isn't open. But so, but the housing market is really strong for the time being, but who knows how long that is going to last. So some positives about being a landlord or owning a rental property is, as long as you own the property free and clear, it could be a very good income. Of course, you'd still have to put in some money and work and time into it. That's as long as you had time to actually put the work in. If you didn't, then you'd have to hire someone to work on that property, which is what I had to do. But it could be a very good source of income as long as it's a property that is free and clear. You had no mortgage, and it could buy you a lot of silver and gold. And I believe that's how Silver Slacker was buying a lot of his, port silver, and that was with his rental property. So it could be a good source of income. For me, it was not, because almost every penny of it went towards the mortgage. And then I also had to pay the water bill, which usually came out of my pocket as well. So for me, it was not good, and I did want to get rid of it before the housing market were to tank again, and then I would have to hold on to it for a number of more years waiting for it to recover, and that's something that I did not want to do. I wanted to get out of this house and pay off that mortgage and not have the responsibility anymore of that house. So there's a lot of responsibility when it comes to being a landlord, and I did not want any part of it anymore. So let me know what you guys think about that. But here is the few pieces of silver. Just want to show you these at the end that I found that I did not have in my last video. This is a 1 ounce silver Perth Mint bar, 4/9 fine silver, 2018. It is a coin. It's a bar, but it's actually a coin. It's got the $1 face value. Really awesome. And this is my only Canadian maple leaf that I have left. There you go. This is a 20. What is it? The date is a 2019. So really awesome there. And then this 1 ounce Freedom bar, 3/9 fine silver. Really cool. So let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know what you guys think about the property, the landlord business. Now I know a lot of people are going to probably comment on here that, once the housing market goes on a downswing, that's where you can get the most money out of properties. Yes, no, as far as renting them for more money and that, and I agree. I just don't want anything to do with it anymore. The landlord business, some people it's all for, especially if you fix them up yourself and do all the repairs. I personally don't have time for that, so I wanted to not be involved in that anymore. So let me know what you guys think. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to everybody on my next video. Thanks a lot, everyone.